Imagine a world without globalization. No coffee from Ethiopia, no silk from China, no spices from India, no smartphones assembled in Asia and sold in the West. Now imagine this. Over 2,000 years ago, an invisible thread was stitched across continents, a road not made of asphalt, but of dreams, dangers, and discoveries. This was the Silk Road, the ancient superhighway that changed the course of human history. Welcome to History Unfolded. Today, we explore the entire history of the Silk Road, from its beginnings in ancient China to its legacy in the modern world. Our story begins over 2,000 years ago during the Han Dynasty in China. Emperor Wu sent a diplomat named Zhang Qian westward to find allies against nomadic tribes. But Zhang didn't find allies. Instead, he found something far greater: civilizations, cultures, horses, goods. He returned with tales of lands rich with trade potential, and just like that, an idea was born. Why not link China to these Western territories through trade? Silk, a luxurious fabric unknown to the West, became the star product. It shimmered like magic, worn only by the wealthiest of Romans. Thus began the Silk Road, an overland network of trails, stretching nearly 7,000 kilometers, connecting Xi'an in China all the way to Rome. But silk was just the beginning. From China, silk, porcelain, tea, gunpowder. From India, spices, cotton, gems, Buddhism. From the Middle East, glassware, perfumes, mathematics, and astronomy. From Europe and the Mediterranean, gold, silver, wine, wool. But it wasn't just goods moving. Ideas, religions, art styles, diseases, all hitched a ride along this road. Think of it like the internet of the ancient world, transmitting knowledge and culture instead of data. It was the Silk Road that carried Buddhism from India to China and beyond. It was the Silk Road that helped spread Islam, Nestorian Christianity, and later plagues, most notoriously the Black Death. Travel wasn't easy. The Silk Road passed through harsh deserts like the Taklamakan, freezing mountain ranges like the Pamir, and lawless regions teeming with bandits. Caravans moved slowly, guarded by armed men and guided by skilled merchants, and the politics, equally risky. Empires rose and fell, borders shifted. You might pass peacefully one year and be robbed the next. Yet trade endured. Why? Because profit and curiosity was worth the peril. As trade grew, so did cities. Samarkand, Bukhara, Merv, Baghdad, Kashgar, these names echoed with the sounds of many tongues, bazaars brimming with goods, and schools full of learning. These weren't just trading posts, they were cultural melting pots. In Baghdad, during the Islamic Golden Age, scholars translated Greek, Persian, and Indian texts into Arabic, preserving ancient wisdom. In Samarkand, paper-making technology traveled from China to the Islamic world, eventually reaching Europe. These cities were like the Silicon Valleys of the ancient world, where innovation met commerce. But all golden ages must fade. By the late 1300s, the Silk Road began to wither. Why? The Mongol Empire, once a unifying force, fractured. The Black Death devastated populations and slowed trade. And most critically, maritime trade was on the rise. Sailing was faster, cheaper, and less dangerous than desert caravans. When the Age of Exploration began, European powers like Portugal, Spain, and later the Dutch and British shifted their eyes to sea routes around Africa and to the Americas. The Silk Road slipped into history, but not into oblivion. The Silk Road left behind more than ruins. It left a legacy of connection. It's why Italian pasta may have roots in Chinese noodles, why Persian rugs can be found in Venetian palaces, why ideas born in India inspired minds in China, and knowledge from Greece lived on in Baghdad. Today, modern highways, trains, and even China's Belt and Road Initiative echo the ambitions of the ancient Silk Road, connecting continents, cultures, and commerce. The Silk Road wasn't a road. It was a bridge between East and West, a bridge between cultures and civilizations, and maybe a lesson for our fractured world today. Because in the end, trade is more than business. It's a conversation, a dialogue between peoples. And the Silk Road? It was the greatest conversation in human history. If you enjoyed this journey through time, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Which part of the Silk Road fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring, keep unfolding history.